You know, there's a saying buzzing about in the conservation business. It goes like this: think globally, but act locally. Just about everybody is in favor of a clean and healthy environment, but most people are unclear on what they can do personally on such a big, really global issue. Well, here is a place where we can all make a difference, right here, on our lawns. Lawns can look great, and they are a great place for playtime, family socializing, etc. But the way we maintain them can have a big effect on the environment. The pesticides and fertilizers that we put on our lawns don't just remain on our own yards. When it rains, some of those chemicals run off our yards into other fields, and eventually into our streams and waterways. Trace amounts are even carried down through our lawn and seep into our groundwater. One person's lawn by itself is not a substantial problem. But when you take into account that there are tens of millions of lawns, you recognize that the consequence is that literally tons of unwanted fertilizer and pesticides flow into our waterways every year. This is a perfect example where the phrase, think globally, act locally really applies. If someone were to ask you whether it would be okay to pour fertilizers and pesticides into your local stream, even in small amounts, you would almost surely say no. Well, just remember that that's the choice that you are faced with when it comes to lawn treatments. Now, we are not suggesting that you have to give up your entire lawn care regimen. We are asking only that you think carefully about each chemical application and that you keep it to a minimum. Please don't just sign a contract and otherwise turn your back on the process. Please assure yourself that every single application is really necessary, that the applications occur at the lowest possible concentration and at the lowest possible frequency. We understand that people like lawns. We do too. But if we douse our lawns with chemicals every single time we see an imperfection, then we are not being responsible global citizens. We are not being responsible stewards of the environment. Look at this lawn. It looks good. It makes an excellent place to play frisbee, have neighborhood picnics, etc. Well, it may surprise you to learn that this lawn has not had a single chemical application of any type in 15 years. Sure, there are broad leaves poking their heads up here and there. So I suppose this yard will miss out on a Perfect Lawn of the Year award. But mowing effectively controls the broadleaves. But the owner has the satisfaction of knowing that no harmful chemicals of any type run off of his lawn into the environment. He also has the satisfaction of knowing that the skin of the bare feet of children playing in his yard come into contact with nothing but nature's goodness. This truly is a situation where we have a choice. We can think globally and act locally. Thanks.